we will discuss the penultimate part of atherosclerosis, that is the morphological changes. Okay. The earliest lesions are nothing but minute dots. The dots will be present just below the intimal layer, but there will be no elevation. And these dots will join together in order to form a yellow line. So just a yellow line will be formed within the vessel wall, and this is known as fatty streaks. These fatty streaks are composed of only macrophages containing lipids. Now these may appear as early as in the first decade of life, and majority of these will not go into formation of atherosclerotic plaque, but still these are the precursor lesions, so these are important. But the actual lesions which will cause vascular alterations and the problems are the atherosclerotic plaques. The plaques that will appear usually in the older age group, usually over the age of 30 or 40 years, usually occurring at the areas where there is turbulent flow like branching of the blood vessels, and it will give rise to elevation of the intima. So the difference between a streak and a plaque is clear cut. One is linear, and that is there is no elevation of the intimal surface. Another is there will be elevation of the surface. One contains only the macrophages containing fat, and another contains different things. What are the things we will see? So let us take the biopsy of an atheromatous plaque. So, a atheromatous plaque, the elevated upper portion is known as the fibrous cap. This cap is made by mainly the smooth muscles, the fibrous tissue, and the collagens. The smooth muscles, the fibrous tissue, and the collagen, that will form the cap. And then the caps, where they are coming into the end, these areas, they are known as shoulder. They are known as shoulder. And these shoulders are the most cellular area of a plaque, and they contain fibrous tissue, macrophages, lipid-laden macrophages, muscular tissue or smooth muscle cells, inflammatory cells, particularly T lymphocytes. So all these cells will be there. There will be lymphocytes, there will be smooth muscle cells, there will be lipid-laden macrophages, and there will be also fibrous tissue. And then the only thing left is the center. The center is known as core. And this core is predominantly formed by fat that can be intracellular or extracellular, and also extracellular matrix material. So this core is soft. The cap is tough, the shoulder is cellular, and the core is soft. So that is the typical histopathological picture of an atherosclerotic plaque. Okay. Now what will be the typical distribution? The distribution of the plaque, the most common vessel involved is the abdominal aorta. It is more common than descending thoracic aorta. So abdominal aorta will be affected much more common than the descending thoracic aorta. The next vessel affected is, yes, your guess is correct, heart, that is coronary artery. So coronary arteries are the next vessel affected. The third is the popliteal arteries. Fourth is internal carotid artery. And fifth is circular quills. Due to some unexplained reason, the arteries of the upper extremity and thorax are less commonly affected by atherosclerotic plaques, excepting coronary artery. And the large muscular arteries like renal arteries, like mesenteric arteries, they can be affected only at their initial branching point. Later on, there will not be any plaque. Okay. Now, what will be the fate or outcome of the plaque? So, a plaque usually occurs eccentrically in a blood vessel. So, if you cut through it, you will see that it is present eccentrically in the lumen, so obstructing the lumen. So that eccentric plaque will increase in size. Gradually, there will be increase in the size, increase in the size, increase in the size, and so this will decrease. So ultimately the lumen will be decreased. So there will be the luminal surface, the luminal area will be becoming narrower, narrower and narrower. That is the progress. The progress is gradual increase in the size of the plaque with gradual narrowing of the lumen. Next, there can be formation of a thrombus. So a thrombus can develop over the atherosclerotic plaque. Okay. Number 3, there can be calcification. So calcification can occur within this plaque. These are the changes that can occur. But there are also other more devastating changes, like intraplaque hemorrhage, sudden hemorrhage within a plaque. Why it is so much dangerous? Because there will be rapid increase in the size of the plaque with rapid obstruction of the blood flow. There can be plaque rupture, fissuring and erosion. What is the problem? Whenever there will be plaque rupture, plaque fissuring, plaque this erosion, then there will be exposure of the subendothelial collagen. So that will give rise to a clot formation, a thrombus formation, and which will rapidly occlude the blood vessels. So these are the acute changes that can occur within a plaque. And the next is there can be atheroembolism. That means a plaque may totally rupture with coming out of its soft content. And that content will produce an embolus, and that will go into a distal region occluding the circulation. So that is known as atheroembolism. And finally, a plaque, because of its location, will gradually weaken the wall. And whenever a arterial wall is weakened, there there will be chance of formation of aneurysm. So these are the fate and outcomes of atherometaphase. This is a very important theory question, often comes. So there will be some chronic changes, there will be some acute changes, and there will be also atheroembolism along with aneurysm formation. Okay. Now the clinical features. Now, what are the outcomes of atherosclerotic plaque? That is the last part. So, these are the clinical features. As we have already seen, that a plaque will gradually increase in size. So, it will cause gradual diminution of blood supply to the distal organ. So there will be slow developing organ ischemia, which can give rise to ischemic heart disease, which can give rise to ischemic peripheral vascular disorders like Buerger's disease, etc. So there will be peripheral vasculopathy, there will be chronic ulcerations over the leg. All these complications can arise as a result of this. But the most dreadful clinical feature is due to acute plaque changes. So what are the acute plaque changes? We have already told: hemorrhage, rupture, fissure and erosion. And all these things will give rise to either rapid increase in the size of the emboli or with formation of a thrombus with acute obstruction of the flow. So whenever there will be acute obstruction, if that organ do not have any anastomosic circulation, there will be ischemic necrosis. So there will be infarction. So that is giving rise to cerebrovascular accident. That is giving rise to myocardial infarction. Now, slightly elaboration is required. Which plaques are more commonly going to develop acute catastrophe? This is studied in case of coronary arteries, and it is seen that a moderately stenotic, eccentrically placed plaque is more common to develop complications than a well-developed large plaque. So, in one, it is almost occluding, and in the second, it is not occluding. And we are telling that the second one is more dangerous. Why? Because in case of heart, we know that whenever there will be ischemia, the myocardium is gradually preconditioned, and in this case, it develops slowly. So myocardial cells will be preconditioned to that ischemia. But in the second case, already there is not sufficient ischemia. So the myocytes are still not preconditioned. Number 2, circulation through 1. Circulation through 1 is less, and circulation through 2 is more, and it is more turbulent because it is eccentrically placed. So as a result of turbulent rapid flow, there will be more chance of injury to the plaque than that of 1. Okay. Number 3, as the first one is already developed, so there is more chance of hardening, calcification. The second one is developing, so the core is soft. So there will be more chance of injury, and that will give rise to open heart. So it is soft. So for that reason, these vessels, these type of plaques are much more dangerous than the first one. Okay, and so these are the changes. The vascular, the clinical features of it occurs as a result of organ ischemia or as a result of acute plaque changes. This will give rise to acute emergencies. So this is in short all our discussion about atherosclerosis. Thank you.